What's up YouTube? Bringing episode 3 of my Skyline R33 build. It's been a while since I've edited, posted a video. Had a bit of a roadblock currently with it, but we're past that now. So that handsome young gentleman is my father. He's going to be pretty much taking over from here on out, or somewhat. This stuff just starts to get a bit out of my league. So basically what we're trying to do is take this,
so it's not
pulley off down the bottom.
tight fit on there, just needs just a
tried using a hammer, didn't work.
Pull on it.
So then we got this little contraption which just pulls it off nice and evenly. Do you keep going until it pops off, or do you...
Well, just remember we've still got the bolt there.
Yeah.
We've got the end of the puller pressing against the head of the bolt, which is wound in a few threads. But I feel it coming loose up, but it's gone far enough now. Once this bolt's out, it'll probably come. There we go.
So now that's out of the way, I'm going to be taking off, it's one of the covers that sits above the timing belt. Now, unfortunately I don't have a tripod or anything, I'm just recording this from a GoPro. So camera angles and that is sort of not what they could be.
So we just loosen off the tensioner.
So is that one always a tensioner? Both of them aren't tensioners, right? It's just that one.
Yeah, just this one. The other one's just an idle pulley.
Okay.
And then, just with a clean, instead of putting a grease all over it, just pull it back with your finger. Should come back. Oh yeah, it's got an Allen key to twist it round, but I might drop that one off too.
Yeah.
Remember, just because this belt is new, it's only been on a short time, you just got to keep oily hands off it. Don't kink it or crimp it. Throw that in your box. That's off. And then put this. Tensioner off. Your water pump been leaking, see that?
Is that what that is?
That's where you've been leaking. It's one of the places it's been leaking. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
No, it's
spring behind there. Oh, yeah. So is there, when you undo these, because I know tightening them, you can snap your cam shafts, right? If you tighten them wrong?
Yeah, well you could, yeah, you've just got to be careful in assembly to do them.
And you have to use a torque wrench?
Not initially, no, you just got to just take them all down just gently and evenly to slowly pull the cam down, because if you just put the caps on and started them off finger tight and then you just wound it down at one end, it's just too much for it, so you've got to just...
Yeah. So when undoing them though, can you just go for it?
Oh,
or
well,
you don't have to undo them in a certain way like you do when you tighten them though, do you?
Well, still got to be a bit gentle, just crack them all and then just do them all a little bit evenly.
Okay. That's it,
Yeah. And these are all, these have to stay in place where they are. They're all numbered, so you can't mix them up one side to the other or front to back, because when the head's made they're all machined, so one, if you mix two up, it could lock the cam up.
And what do you mean lock the cam up?
Stop it from turning.
Okay.
Same as main bearing caps and the engine block, you can't mix them up either, so they're all machined to suit one position in the block.
Why does it make the sound of like it's sort of releasing pressure? Is that just the oil? Because oil's in there? But you can sort of hear it when you...
Well, the thing's wound up, so it's just, I suppose, pressure releasing.
So I believe my dad's just doing a few things on the fuel for the both going in and the return, and later on he'll also be getting under some coolant pipes and whatnot that are underneath that bottom half of the intake plenum.
Did I get you?
You just squirted me with petrol in the face.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Dad. Was that the return? That one you just pulled out, the bottom one?
No, that was the pressure.
Okay, that's why it squirted out like that.
Yeah. I wonder why the camshaft hadn't popped up as much as I thought it should have.
So where are these ones going?
Hang on. So we can't mix these camshafts up because they're quite different.
So there's one camshaft out, intake. Then we can see the hydraulic lifters.
These have also got, like the RB30s, they've got a couple of little corner bolts that a lot of people miss, especially the back ones that tuck right under the edge.
Yeah.
So there's a little wee bolt there. There's one up in that corner. There might be one on the other side, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I see that one. So this should just come out, right?
Yeah. Oh, either end might be. Let's give it a little bit of a nudge. Just put a little pressure pushing down on that end.
So this little one, it's so tight between, this is the bottom half of the intake, this bit, this is the head, that little bolt, you can't get a spanner in between there to take it off. This, you need to take this out to get the head. Apparently, lots of people forget about that. And this one down here. This one, and unsure yet, but there may be one opposite to that on the other side, maybe. So if we can't get a spanner around to take that bolt off, we're going to have to take this whole plenum off just to get to that one bolt to then remove the head. So that's some ingenious engineering from Nissan. Mad.
See how thin I got it on the wall?
So we actually had to grind down the side of the wall, one of his spanners, so that it could get it to fit around there. It's sort of an odd placement for one bolt. For whatever reason it's there, but it is accessible without having to take the plenum off. You just have to be a bit patient. So as I'm removing the coil packs, the old man's taken out some coolant hoses. All of these will be replaced, and I will be doing a video on that. Obviously I will be doing everything and anything done to this car. I will be doing a video on and putting up on YouTube for you guys to enjoy. So now you just got to take this stuff out, right?
There's a bit more. This bracket's bolted onto the corner, power steering. Take that out.
So I don't know if you guys can see, but on top of those hydraulic lifters there's actually some marker or things that have been written on top. Now my dad thought that these had to stay in order because he thought they were buckets.
Yeah. He showed you.
But
did he?
Because he's never pulled an
Did he lose
RB
some bet with his dad?
25 apart.
Didn't he have a bet with his dad?
No, he
got mistaken for a Muhammad.
No, they don't actually have to go in back in a specific order to all the same spots when they came out.
He ended up getting money.
Did he?
Yeah. His dad was like, oh, I'll give you this much money if you shave your beard. And then he's like, I'll give you this much money as well if you do it today.
Oh.
So we did it today.
Oh.
I don't know whether his dad's paid up yet. Did not know that they were Allen keys.
Yeah. Is that tip down too much?
No.
It's not.
No, wide angle, it's got all this. It will have all this. Or most of it. That would be fine.
So this is the studs right now that are connecting the cylinder head to the main block. They're being removed right now, so we're approaching the removal of the cylinder head. Now we'll be replacing these studs with ARP head studs.
Other container.
And I will also be putting a permaseal head gasket in with that, just so it can deal with the boost that I'm hopefully going to be putting about 20 psi. But I want to crack the 400 mark, so we'll see what's going to be needed.
So will these
A lot of these newer cars today, I don't know whether these do or not.
I swear I remember one doing that.
Yeah, well, that's to worry about it. Mate. Some smart dick and designing of the motors decides to come up with a new type of method for these have never been off. You know, people think a water hose lasts forever. Then it blows and shags the motor. Now, because I'm not sure that everything is off, I think we'll get a piece of cardboard and then I'm going to lift this up and we'll slide the piece of cardboard underneath, so we're not going to mark the cylinder head.
Mind doing the sliding? There you got it. Can you hold it?
Okay. And for starters, we've got the dipstick screwed up here. That's another one I can get it there. If you can just hold that. Is it too heavy?
No, good.
Just removing more hoses under the plenum. It's actually quite a couple.
Got it?
There's another sucker down here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. You can't see them all from up there.
Exactly.
just gently grab hold of that and see if we can just lift it. Hang on a minute, just let me put the blankie here for it.
Do you need another blankie?
No, oh yeah, it wouldn't hurt. Just in case, it's just to balance it on until we get it to that point.
You got it?
Now we've got, oh no, that's off, yeah. Alright, come around the front. Yeah.
Those pistons look, those seals look worn.
No, it's just carbon.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, it's alright, that's normal.
Yeah.
I don't think this head's ever been off before. There's no obvious sign of where it's blown the gasket. You know, if they're badly blown, you can usually see where the water is. You can see a trail of snow going over to the edge sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't always see. Sometimes you can take it off and be hard to see something obvious. I feel that bolt come out of that one. Here's my bloody socket. You lost your bum.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, how about that? That's travelled a few miles.
Yeah, it has. Good thing we got that back. What are these?
Just locating dowels.
Mm.
They just, when your head goes on, they just locate it so it's in the exact spot. If you didn't have them, you know, you could get a little bit of movement between the studs.
Out like that?
Yeah. Because there's a recess in the block, obviously, where they fit in there, and then the same corresponding recess in the cylinder head.
Yeah.
So they just get it precise, in precise alignment to the block.
Mm. So does it look like in okay condition?
Yeah, it does, yeah. I can still see hone marks in the bore, so when the motor's brand new and machined, you get that crisscross pattern where after it's bored they hone it, and the honing just puts that crisscross pattern in the cylinders.
And that's there for what reason?
Well, because after they bore it, it's just a
smooth surface.
Yeah, more or less, and this just honing it just breaks that surface, and it allows. They use the hone to finish it off to the size they want in the cylinder.
Oh, okay.
We're only talking a few thou. Depends who's doing it and how fussy they are with how precise their hones are. But then, by honing it, that enables the rings to bed into the cylinder.
Oh, okay.
And so, the hone marks are still there. So that tells you there's really stuff all wear in there.
You mean from the rings?
From pistons, pistons and rings. This is not uncommon with Nissan motors. I pulled a Nissan, what was it? A little Pulsar apart once that had done a couple of 100,000 Ks, and it was all the problem was with it was burning oil, because the old rings had just stopped working, but otherwise the bore was perfect. There was no lip, no wear in there. The bearings, the crank were just absolutely perfect. And yeah, it's Nissan seems to be very good like that. So yeah, we'll just clean it up, and we'll check the core plugs. We'll knock a couple of core plugs out later, see how they are, make sure they're not corroded. If they're corroded, we'll have to take the engine out to replace all of them. So we'll hope they're good. Indication of a few out will tell us. But you just got to do what you need to do to make it. So it's not going to, you don't want to be not looking at them and then putting it back in assuming they're okay, and then 3 weeks after get it going, cork plug starts leaking. So do the water pump, check the cork plugs.
So out of curiosity, we just ended up just knocking one out just to see what it looked like. I mean, it could be completely different on the other side, but usually a couple, as he said, would be a good indication. And we are going to be replacing all of them in the block and in the head, just because, you know, it's out. Might as well do it now. So
it's pretty good. So we'll get a bit of goo and spray into the bores. We'll lubricate the bores now so that any moisture doesn't put surface rust on them. That's important. So just slip this on a little bit, just enough to turn it over a little bit.
So what are you doing here?
Just gonna slop that around so that the cylinder bores aren't dry, so they don't get surface rust on them.
No, okay.
You can use grease if you wanted to.
This is oil, yeah?
Yeah.
So in terms of getting this out, you just frag it?
You may just wipe it. Just wipe it with a cloth.
alright guys, so that is the end of episode 3 of my Skyline R33 build. Now, currently we've sort of reached a roadblock where we're trying to put the valves in, and it's Christmas now, so businesses are closed, and you know, we're trying to find the right tool and whatnot. So at the moment we're sort of stuck. But the next episode we will be completely disassembling the head. We'll be taking the lifters out, the valves out, taking the plenum off, completely taking everything down to just the bare metal, for it to be then sent away. I won't be able to have video footage of that just because that is a third party will be doing that. But basically what they'll be doing is just pressure testing it, seeing if there's any cracks or anything like that in the water galleys or the oil galleys or things like that. And he'll also be facing it as well, which is necessary and needs to be done. It did have a cylinder head leak, so especially with that problem, it definitely needs doing. So that will be next episode, and then the one after that will be putting the cylinder head back together. So thanks for watching my Skyline R33 build. Hopefully the next video will be out in maybe a couple of weeks or whatever. We'll see how we go, but I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.